This presentation focuses on a painting titled Munich Still Life by William Michael Harnett. Born in Clonakilty, Ireland on August 10, 1848, William Michael Harnett was brought to the United States as an infant by his parents. The family settled in Philadelphia, and Harnett gained his citizenship at the age of 20. After working as a silver engraver for several years, Harnett began to take night classes at the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts, and later at the National Academy of Design in New York. His first known oil painting, A Still Life, was created in 1874. In 1880, a lucrative sale of his paintings allowed him to travel to Europe, where he was inspired to create works such as Munich Still Life. In Munich Still Life, Harnett manipulates gradations in value to create the illusion of volume and of natural light. This illusion is further aided by the use of highlights and shadows within each of the objects. The theme of Munich Still Life is gentlemanly leisure and its associated feelings. More specifically, the simple pleasures derived from activities such as reading a newspaper, smoking a pipe, or eating a simple, home-cooked meal. Because of its subject matter, this work of art instills within the audience a quiet appreciation of the beauty found in everyday scenes. In creating Munich Still Life, Harnett utilized oil paint on canvas. This is likely because oil paint is slow drying, providing Harnett the time to create the details that ultimately form this painting. As implied by the title, Munich Still Life is a still life painting, in the style of hyperrealism and trompe-l'oeil, or fooling the eye. Munich Still Life was created in 1882 in Munich, Germany, during Harnett's 3-year stint there as a student. The Berlin Conference marked this era with an emphasis on the power of the man, in how callously European powers divided Africa amongst themselves with little regard to the peoples and cultures who occupied the continent. Harnett's work reflected the life and leisure of the average man who lived simply but comfortably, and had little to do with the wealthier classes that ultimately controlled Europe at that time. During the late 19th century, Germany saw a rise of industrial and urban living that caused an increase in first-world leisure firms, such as large-scale brewery Bürgerliche Brauhaus, which was founded in Munich in 1880. This is seen in the painting by the inclusion of the glass of beer in the background, a common beverage in Germany. This century also saw a rise in German presence in the realm of visual arts. This stems back to Immanuel Kant's Critique of Judgment, a philosophical text published in 1790, which introduced art as a major subject of philosophical speculation. Created 6 years after Munich Still Life with the Toledo blade contains similar artistic elements, such as the use of gradations in value and shadows to create the illusion of volume and of natural light. Additionally, this painting includes several of the same objects displayed in Munich Still Life, such as the tobacco pipe, the ceramic pitcher, and the newspaper, suggesting that Harnett's time in Germany deeply influenced his work in the years that followed. In his final years, Harnett was plagued by increasingly severe bouts of rheumatism and kidney disease. He eventually succumbed to these illnesses on October 29, 1892, a decade after creating Munich Still Life. Today, William Michael Harnett is remembered as a virtuoso of the still life genre, and his trompe-l'oeil artworks continue to mystify audiences more than a century after his passing.